I think to put things into perspective for people, on top of recently getting married and paying off this debt and then also throwing a baby into the mix, one of the things that I think has helped keep us grounded is that we've gone to couples counseling. We are two very different people coming from two very different backgrounds and having to learn how to communicate with each other, learning more and more about each other. And I think that has helped us in trying to get things on the table that you otherwise either you let things fester and don't express until things blow up, or it just ends up being this weird undertone. For me, the biggest struggle was that I was so used to being financially independent from my family and just spending money how I saw fit. But the reality of the situation was that I wasn't budgeting my money. I wasn't saving my money. I was just kind of, I met my needs. Yeah. I met my needs, and then I would spend and look up and not realize like, oh, I literally just burned through that. And it was never an instance where I felt like I was going without, but I did not have that financial discipline. I am more the spender and he is more the saver in the relationship. So I think a lot of coming to Jesus moments for both of us, and just being transparent in our communication. Like, a lot of the reason why we're pausing the debt right now is just because we've had conversations around what our goals are, and do we want to have another kid? Do we want to save for a house? We want to be able to invest and do all these different things. And what does that look like, and how do we accomplish that? And we've had to take pause just to realign and make sure that we're on the same page. Yeah. But yeah, we were talking about, I was like, listen, I want people to understand this is not an easy task to combine your finances together first and foremost, and let go of the my money versus his money aspect of things, and really looking at it as our money, and this is our bucket of money, and how we're going to allocate things. It is a work in progress every single day, but it does not work without communicating with each other, even if that means having a nasty argument. We have to come back together. and
those happen.
Yes, we definitely do have disagreements when it comes to our finances, but it's important to just throw things out there and make sure that everything is on the table constantly, and constantly meeting with each other over our finances.
And to that point, we definitely do the monthly meetings where we talk about this stuff. I think going in 2020, we're probably a little bit more frequent rather than just once a month. And I think that will be, to the communication point, like, that is so important. And us being newlyweds, like, communication. If it wasn't for that, I don't think we would be where we're at now. Even for the debt, like, if it wasn't for the debt, I don't think we would be thinking the way we're thinking about money now too. So it is definitely a blessing in disguise, because we're definitely opposites when it comes to money, which is okay in my book. I don't like to spend money, but we have to spend money to enjoy life. And we have to find those things that really bring value to our life. So we like to travel. And I always tell her, like, let's blow the bag on our travel. And I'm okay with that. But all the other stuff, like eating out, like, we've been back trying to be meal plan and meal prep.
I love food.
And she loves food, which is okay. Like, but I'm talking about, like, fast food. Like, you know, we don't need all that. Like, we want to go out to dinner. Let's go out to dinner and let's ball out. But let's budget for it too.
Love it. and balance. It's balance, because like we said before, like, I'm definitely the spender, and it can be a humbling experience to be looking at your spouse and knowing that you're being faced with the opportunity areas of yourself. So there are things that I think at times that he may bring up, like, hey, Felicia, you went over the budget, and I immediately get offended because I'm like, but we needed that salad that ended up getting thrown out. But it's a humbling experience for me to be able to say, you know what, he is right. So chill out and be okay with being given some feedback.